the tears in my eyes. Used to notice when something hurt before I even said why. You used to hold me closer when the world felt hard to face. Now I feel alone beside you in the same familiar place. I still remember old nights when love felt warm and true. Now every conversation feels like I'm losing you. I kept waiting for your old love to walk back through the door. You used to care, you used to fight for us, used to make me feel like I was more than enough. Now your love feels distant, like something barely there. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is remembering how much you used to care. I made excuses for your silence, for every colder touch, turned every little breadcrumb into proof you loved me enough. But love should never feel lonely when someone's lying near, and I should never have to beg to feel wanted here. You stopped choosing me quietly, one day at a time, and I kept loving harder, thinking I could change your mind. I stayed loyal to forever, while you slowly let it die. You used to care, you used to fight for us, used to make me feel like I was more than enough. Now your love feels distant, like something barely there. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is remembering how much you used to care. Maybe people change slowly, maybe feelings disappear, maybe love dies silently before anyone can hear. And maybe what still hurts the most is not just losing you, it's knowing I once had the version of you that stayed true. You used to care, but now I finally see love should never leave someone begging to be seen. Now I know real love stays honest, it doesn't slowly disappear. And the strongest thing I've ever learned is stop holding on to someone who no longer holds you near. You used to care, now I just remember it. You still kiss me on the forehead, still say goodnight the same. But something in the way you love me doesn't feel like yesterday. We still sit in the same places, still laugh at old jokes too. But every little thing between us feels harder to get through. keep searching for the feeling we used to hold so close, but now I only find the echoes of the love I miss the most. You're still here beside me, just not like before. It's not like before, not the way it used to be. Back when your eyes lit up every time they looked at me. Now your love feels quieter, like something slowly torn. And the saddest thing about heartbreak is missing what you had, while it's still not fully gone. I remember all the small things, the way you reached for me, like loving me was natural, like forever was easy. Now every touch feels careful, every word feels unsure, and I keep trying to fix something you don't fight for anymore. I stayed loyal to our memories while you changed with time, and somewhere between your silence I started losing mine. I kept hoping old feelings would somehow return again. It's not like before, not the way it used to be. Back when your eyes lit up every time they looked at me. Now your love feels quieter, like something slowly torn. And the saddest thing about heartbreak is missing what you had, while it's still not fully gone. Maybe people don't stop loving suddenly. Maybe hearts fade little by little, till one person keeps holding on, and the other lets go quietly. And maybe what hurts the most is knowing deep inside the love I keep searching for already said goodbye. It's not like before, and maybe it never will be. Maybe some loves are only meant to exist inside memories. Now I know forever changes, even when you want it more. And the hardest thing I've ever done is loving someone who doesn't love me like before. Not like before, not anymore. I thought time would make it easier, thought your name would lose its weight, but every memory still finds me, no matter how long I wait. I still hear your voice in silence, still see you in crowded rooms, still feel the ghost of your touch on nights I can't get through. I pretend that I'm okay now, like losing you changed nothing somehow. But healing isn't simple, when your heart still breaks out loud. I hate that after everything you still live inside my mind, and it still hurts somehow. Even after all this time, even after all the nights I swore I'd leave you behind. You're gone, but not completely. Your shadow still hangs around. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is how someone can leave your life but never leave your soul. I stopped checking for your messages, stopped waiting for your call. But every little thing reminds me of when I had it all. A song, a street, a simple word can pull me back again to the version of myself that still believed in us back then. Maybe I miss the memories more than I miss you now, but either way still finds me somehow. Some wounds heal quietly, some stay forever soft and open, and it still hurts somehow. Even after all this time, even after all the nights I swore I'd leave you behind. You're gone, but not completely. Your shadow still hangs around. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is how someone can leave your life but never leave your soul. Maybe some people mark you deeply in ways time cannot erase. Maybe love leaves fingerprints no distance can replace. And maybe what hurts the most is not that we fell apart, it's knowing part of me still carries the shape of your heart. Yeah, it still hurts somehow, but I'm learning how to live with memories that still ache, and love I cannot give. Now I know healing isn't forgetting, it's surviving what you lost. And the strongest thing I've ever done is keep moving forward while carrying this heart across. It still hurts somehow, and maybe it always will. I loved you more than my own peace, more than all the warning signs telling me to leave. I stayed through every silence, every cold and distant night, still believing love alone could somehow make things right. You stopped trying slowly while I gave you everything, and I kept holding on to us like my heart could stop the ending. I was fighting for forever. You were letting go quietly. I loved you more than you ever loved me, more than you ever thought to keep what we could be. I gave you every honest part. You gave me less with time. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is sometimes love dies on only one side. I learned to live on almost, on hope and small replies, on little moments of affection that barely kept me alive. I kept blaming myself for every change in you, like if I loved harder somehow you would love me too. But hearts don't stay from pressure, and love can't grow from fear. No matter how deeply one person feels, if the other disappears. I was loyal to the memories while you moved on inside the present. I loved you more than you ever loved me, more than you ever fought to keep what we could be. I gave you every honest part. You gave me less with time. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is sometimes love dies on only one side. Maybe loving deeply isn't weakness. Maybe staying too long is. Maybe I confuse suffering with what real love is. And maybe what still hurts the most is not that you let go, it's how long I kept loving someone who already stepped. I loved you more, but now I finally see love should never leave someone begging to be seen. Now I know my heart deserves a love that stays alive. And the strongest thing I've ever learned is loving someone deeply doesn't mean they'll love you right. I loved you more, and that's what broke me. You heard me in the softest ways. No screaming, no goodbye, just little cuts from silence and distance in your eyes. I should've walked away sooner, should've known what we became. But somehow even heartbreak felt beautiful with your name. You were the habit I couldn't break, the wound I learned to hide, the only place that broke my heart and still felt like home inside. Loving you was hurting slowly, but I stayed anyway. You were my favorite pain, the sadness I kept choosing, the one thing tearing me apart that I was scared of losing. You loved me just enough Sometimes the pain feels safer than moving on. I learned to survive on fragments, on memories, and maybe on nights you held me close enough to almost call me baby. I kept romanticizing damage, calling chaos real love, while slowly losing pieces of the person I once was. You gave me warmth in moments, then disappeared again, and somehow every little return made me forgive the pain. I knew you were breaking me, but I didn't know how to leave. You are my favorite pain, the sadness I kept choosing, the one thing tearing me apart that I was scared of losing. You loved me just enough to keep me hanging on, and the cruelest thing about heartbreak is sometimes the pain feels safer than moving on. Maybe hearts grow attached to the things that hurt the most. Maybe loneliness feels lighter than letting go of ghosts. And maybe what still hurts the most is not what we became, it's how comfortable I got living inside the pain. You are my favorite pain. The pain is still pain, no matter how beautiful the memories remain. Now I know love should heal you, not leave your soul undone. And the strongest thing I've ever learned is stop calling heartbreak home, just because it once felt like love. You were my favorite pain, but I can't live there anymore. I waited for you in every quiet night, in every unread message, in every fading light. I waited through the distance, through every maybe too. Kept believing one more moment would bring me back to you. I held on to your promises long after they grew cold, built forever from your silence, 'cause I was scared to let go. I kept choosing hope even when hope stopped choosing me. I waited for you while you slowly moved away, stayed loyal to a love that faded more each day. I gave you all my patience, you gave me doubt to hold, and the cruelest thing about heartbreak is I made excuses for your absence, for every colder touch, turned every little breadcrumb into feeling loved enough. I stayed awake through lonely nights, thinking maybe you still cared, while you grew more distant quietly, like I was barely there. I kept trying to fix us while you stopped trying to, and somewhere in between the silence I started losing you. I was still fighting for forever while you were learning how to leave. I waited for you while you slowly moved away. Stay loyal to a love that faded more each day. I gave you all my patience, you gave me doubt to hold, and the cruelest thing about heartbreak is waiting for someone who already let you go. Maybe love should never feel like standing still alone. Maybe if someone truly wants you, they won't leave you on your own. And maybe what still hurts the most is not that you left me behind, it's how long I abandoned myself, waiting for you to change your mind. I waited for you, but now I finally see love should never leave someone begging to be seen. Now I know real love chooses, it doesn't disappear slowly. And the strongest thing I've ever learned is stop waiting forever for someone temporary. I waited for you too long, too long. You let me go before I knew you did, before the silence grew too loud, before the distance settled in. You stopped reaching for my hand, stopped asking how I felt, and I kept trying to save a love you no longer wanted for yourself. I stayed loyal to the memories, to the version of you I knew, while your heart slowly moved away without telling me the truth. I was still holding on while you were already gone. You let me go without saying goodbye, without warning my heart or looking me in the eyes. You stopped loving me quietly, one day at a time. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is sometimes people leave you before they physically leave your life. I made excuses for your coldness, for every distant night, turned your fading love into stress just to make things feel alright. I kept shrinking what I needed, I forgot what love should feel like when someone's truly sure. You stayed out of habit, not because your heart was there, and I kept mistaking your presence for proof you still cared. I was fighting for forever while you were learning to leave. You let me go without saying goodbye, without warning my heart or looking me in the eyes. You stopped loving me quietly, one day at a time. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is sometimes people leave you before they physically leave your life. Maybe loud heartbreak heals faster, 'cause at least it tells the truth. But quiet heartbreak leaves you broken, still wondering what happened to you. And maybe what still hurts the most is not that you changed your mind, it's how long I blame myself for the love you left behind. You let me go, but now I finally know real love doesn't leave someone feeling invisible and alone. Now I know my heart deserves a love that stays alive. And the strongest thing I've ever learned is stop begging for closeness from someone already saying goodbye. You let me go. Oh, long before I let you go. I saw it coming in the way you stopped trying, in the silence between our words and the nights you stopped smiling. You still held me close sometimes, still whispered goodnight too. But love was slowly disappearing in everything you didn't do. I noticed every little change, every chord a touch, and deep inside I knew already we were losing us. My heart felt the ending before you said a word. I saw it coming, but I stayed anyway. Kept hoping love would heal itself if I just held on harder each day. I watched you slowly fade from me while pretending we were fine. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is knowing someone's leaving before they say made excuses for your distance, called your silence just stress, turned every little breadcrumb into proof you loved me less. I kept fighting for forever while you quietly moved on. And somewhere between your cold replies I realized I was alone. You stopped looking at me like I was your safe place, and I kept searching for a love in your unfamiliar face. I was trying to save us while you were already gone. I saw it coming, but I stayed anyway. Kept hoping love would heal itself if I just held on harder each day. I watched you slowly fade from me while pretending we were fine. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is knowing someone's leaving before they say goodbye. Maybe the saddest kind of ending is the one that happens slow, where two people slowly lose each other, but neither one lets go. And maybe what still hurts the most is not that we fell apart, it's how long I ignored the truth just to protect my heart. I saw it coming, and now I finally know love should never leave someone feeling lonely, standing close. Now I know real love stays present, it doesn't slowly die. And the strongest thing I've ever learned is sometimes your heart knows the ending before your mind accepts goodbye. I saw it coming and still couldn't stop it. You don't miss me, not the way I miss you, not the way I still replay everything we used to do. I still hear your laughter in the middle of the night, still catch myself reaching for you without realizing why. But you moved on so easily, like love was never deep, while I'm still losing sleep over memories I keep. I'm still holding on to us while you already let go. You don't miss me like I miss you. You don't sit awake at night wondering what we turned into. You don't carry all this sadness everywhere you go. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is still loving someone who no longer feels the same. I keep checking old conversations, like they might bring you back, like somewhere in those faded words we still exist intact. I remember every promise, every forever you said. Now forever feels like something that only lives inside my head. Maybe I cross your mind sometimes, maybe I don't at all, but I still feel your while you created new ones without me. You don't miss me like I miss you. You don't sit awake at night wondering what we turned into. You don't carry all this sadness everywhere you go. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is still loving someone who no longer feels the same. Maybe healing came easier for you. Maybe I just love too deeply. Maybe some hearts leave quicker while others never fully leave. And maybe what still hurts the most is knowing I still care while you probably sleep peacefully without me there. You don't miss me, but I'm learning how to survive the silence you left behind and the love that never died. Now I know some people leave without carrying the pain, and the strongest thing I've ever learned is loving someone deeply doesn't mean they'll feel the same. You don't miss me, but I still miss you. You forgot us like we were nothing special, like all the nights we stayed awake meant less than I remember. I still carry every moment like scars beneath my skin, while you walked away so easily, like love never happened. I kept replaying memories, trying to understand how someone who once held my heart could let go without shaking hands. I'm still living in the echoes you already left behind. You forgot us, but I still remember everything. Every late night promise, every tiny little thing. You moved on like it was simple, while I'm still falling apart. And the cruelest thing about heartbreak is watching someone forget what still lives inside your heart. I still visit old places just to feel you near. Still stop when I hear songs we used to disappear into. You became so unfamiliar, like I never knew your soul. And I'm still grieving someone who stopped missing me long ago. I wonder if you ever think about the love we had, or if I'm just another chapter you close without looking back. I stayed loyal to the memories while you erased the meaning. You forgot us, but I still remember everything. Every late night promise, every tiny little thing. You moved on like what still lives inside your heart. Maybe some people heal by pretending nothing mattered, while others carry broken pieces long after everything shattered. And maybe what hurts the most is not that you left me behind, it's how easy it seemed for you to leave us behind too. You forgot us, but I'm learning how to let go of the version of forever I used to hold so close. Now I know some hearts remember, while others simply move on. And the hardest thing I've ever done is accept that I still miss what you already forgot. You forgot us, but I never could.